Hello everyone, welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. I'm sorry for this little delay which was there, but now we are here with the second part of our this series, tricky questions, simple solutions, in which I'll take some actual questions from CAT exams and I'll be discussing about some simple solutions of these questions, right? So I hope that I'm audible and visible to all. Everything is okay. Then we'll start with the class with this part of tricky questions and simple solutions. Basically, the kind of questions that we take in this series are those questions which are, which look difficult to you. But when you start doing them, you find that, okay, there are better solutions for doing these questions. आसानी से उनको किया जा सकता है, rather than going with the conventional method. That's what I'm going to discuss here as well. So let's start discussing with the very first question on your screen here. And as I said before, all these questions are from actual CAT. So actual CAT से मैंने सारे questions लिए हैं और उनके कुछ simple solutions के बारे में हम लोग आज बात करेंगे. We'll be discussing some good solutions for these questions. So here is the first question on your screen. I'm sure it is visible to all of you. This first question talks about in an election. It's an election season, so probably relevant question as well. There were 4 candidates and 80% of the registered voters casted their votes. One of the candidates received 30% of the casted votes, while the other 3 candidates received the remaining casted votes in the proportion of 1:3. If the winner of the election received 2512 votes more than the candidate with the second highest votes, then the number of registered voters was. This is what the question is asking. So these questions, as of course there is can be a general solution where you assume the total number of candidates to be, sorry, votes to be X. 80% are registered, so we get calculate 0.8x, then we calculate the casted votes. I mean how much the candidate got, winner got. Then remaining are distributed in a ratio of 1:3. But here we are talking about a simple solution first. The point is 80% of the registered voters casted their vote. So whatever is the total number of votes, 80% means 4 by 5 of them casted their votes. 4 by 5 of them casted their votes. That means the total number of votes is such that it's 4 by 5 can be done, right? If 4 by 5 can be taken for that number, only that can be the number of registered voters. By that logic, C option and D option are gone because these two options are not divisible by 5. इनका 4 by 5 आप करेंगे डेसिमल में आ जाएगा, इसका मतलब ये मैं नहीं ले सकता था. But still there are 2 options whose 4 by 5 can be taken. Now he says one of the candidates received 30% of the casted votes. That means whatever is this, one candidate received 30% of it. 30% means 3 by 10. That means even after dividing by 5, it should be divisible by 10. Even after dividing by 5, it should be divisible by 10. If you divide it by 5, it is not divisible by 10 because at the end you will have an 8. So this is also gone. What am I left with? It is option A and that becomes the answer. This is what I call as a simple solution and that's what we are going to talk about in this session. Okay, so whatever the total number of votes are, 80% of that should be integer. By that logic, we eliminated C and D. Now for the remaining number, 30% of that should also be an integer. By that logic, we eliminated B. क्योंकि 50240 का जब आप 80% निकाल लेंगे, उसका 30% will not be an integer. By that logic, option A is the right answer for this first question. I hope it is clear to all. I'll move ahead now. Question number 2 की तरफ चलते हैं. Here is question number 2 for all of you. What does the question say? Manu earns 4,000 rupees per month and wants to save an average of 550 rupees per month in a year. He is earning 4,000 per month. He wants to save 550 per month. In the first 9 months, his monthly expense was 3,500 and he foresees that 10th month onwards, his monthly expense will increase to 3,700. In order to meet his yearly saving target, his monthly earning in rupees from the 10th month onwards should be what? Now, in the first 9 months, his income was 4,000, his expenditure was 3,500, So he was able to save only 500 per month, whereas his target is to save 550 per month. So can I say there is a deficiency of 50 rupees that is being created every month? For first 9 months, a deficiency of 50 was being created. So the total deficiency was 50 into 9, that is 450. Now this deficiency has to be covered in the remaining 3 months because he has to complete his yearly targets. He has to meet his yearly target. So that means he has to save 550 every month. So if you are already having a deficit of 450, you have to cover that deficit of 450. But now his expense has increased to 3700. Now 3700 is his expense and 550 is what he wants to save. And 450 is the deficit that he has to cover in these 3 months. So can I say every month he has to cover a deficit of 150? You are already having 450 rupees less. So in the next 3 months, you have to save 450 rupees. 3 months may 450, that means every month you have to save 150. So ultimately, you have to earn 3700 your expenditure, 550 rupees of your saving, and 150 rupees of your surplus. So that makes it a total of 4400. So that means third month onward his earning should be 4400, which is given in option B, and that becomes the right answer. Sir, CMAT will happen or not? Thakur, currently no one can say that, but yes, currently there is no such information that it will not happen. On their website, it is clearly written that it is going to be there. अप्रैल में उन्होंने बोला रजिस्ट्रेशन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा, तो उन्होंने बोला टेंटेटिवली कि आगे एग्जाम होने वाला है, बट वी नेवर नो, आई मीन व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन. समहाउ दिस गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम जो एनटीए कराती है, महाराष्ट्र सीईटी कराता है, इन सब में अनफॉर्चुनेटली दिस कीप्स हैपनिंग. यू नेवर नो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन. Or moreover, now because of elections in April, May, we don't know how exactly they are going to do it. So that was question number 2. I'm sure it is understood. That was an easy solution for this second question as well. I'll move ahead now to the third one on your screen. It's here now. Let's have a look. There are two containers of the same volume. First container is half filled with sugar syrup, and the second container is half filled with milk. Half the contents of the first container is transferred to the second container, and then half the contents of this mixture are transferred back to the first container. Next, half the content of this first container is transferred back to the second. Then the ratio of sugar and milk in the second container. So there are first container and second container. First container has got all sugar, second container has got all milk. Generally, what do? We assume the volume of these two as x liters. First has x by 2 sugar because it is half filled. Second has x by 2 milk because it is half filled. Then half of this first is transferred to second. We calculate that. Then we transfer here, half we transfer there. So rather than assuming x, to make it a simple solution, what should you be doing? To make it a simple solution, I would say choose your numbers judiciously. Rather than choosing x, choose something which can make your job easy. How does your job becomes easy? Look at it. First of all, the volume has to be halved, then it has to be again halved, then it has to be again halved, and then it has to be again halved. You have to halve a number 4 times. And you can halve a number 4 times easily if it is a multiple of 2 to the power 4. Because if it is a multiple of 2 to the power 4, every time you halve it, still a multiple of 2 would be left. Till 4 times you can do this. So I would say it is better to assume the initial capacity as 16 liters for each of the two containers. 16 मान लीजिए, उससे आपका काम बहुत आसान हो जाएगा. I'll show you how. एक वो बात कर रहा है शुगर की और एक बात कर रहा है मिल्क की. So each of these two containers will have some sugar, some milk. Though initially there is all sugar in the first container, all milk in the second container. और कितना कितना है? 8 यहां पर है, 0 मिल्क है, और यहां पे 8 मिल्क है, 0 sugar है. Let's have a look now. Now half of the contents from the first container are transferred to the second. यहां से half चला जाएगा, तो half रह जाएगा. It will be 4, 0. 0 का half आया, 0 हुआ. वहां से 8 का half 4 आया, तो ये total 12 हो गया. So milk is 12, sugar is 0. यहां पे sugar is 4, milk is 0. Then half is transferred from here to here. Half ले आइए. Milk का half आ जाएगा 6. और यहां से 0 का हाफ आ जाएगा, सॉरी आई एम सॉरी, मैं कुछ इसमें उल्टा कर गया, सॉरी। सो शुगर में मुझे लिखना था ये, sugar becomes 4 over here, milk becomes 8, when half of that is transferred here, तो sugar 4 का half आ जाएगा 2, so 2 would be remaining here, that means 6 sugar is there, 8 का half चला जाएगा तो 4 would be remaining here, that means 4 milk is here. Just get to know about one container, दूसरे का तो अपना पता लग जाएगा, because in the total system there is 8 liters of sugar and 8 liters of milk. तो जितना शुगर इधर है 8 माइनस दैट उधर है, तो जब मैंने यहां से हाफ लिया, 4 का हाफ आया, सो 2 इज रिमेनिंग, सो हाउ मच इज देयर 8 माइनस 2, यहां से 8 का हाफ चला गया तो 4 इज रिमेनिंग, सो हाउ मच इज देयर 8 माइनस 2, दैट मींस सिमिलरली हाफ ऑफ दैट वुड गो देयर नाउ, तो 6 का हाफ चला जाएगा 3 बचेगा, 4 का हाफ चला जाएगा 2 बचेगा, यहां 3 शुगर है तो यहां शुगर कितना है 8 माइनस 3, यहां 2 मिल्क है तो यहां मिल्क कितना है 8 माइनस 2, and the question is asking you what is the ratio of sugar and milk in the second container. Sugar and milk in the second container is 5:6. B option is the answer. See how easily we are able to do the question without doing any big effort in the question. Reason, हमने initially number को 16 assume कर लिया, which has helped us a lot. I hope you have all got my point here. This has finally given me the answer as 5:6. Sir, at my exam, should if CMAT not happen, then JBIMS will accept MAT and ATMA. Thakur, I can't comment on that currently. How are these colleges going to take their call? That currently depends upon it. क्योंकि अभी तक CMAT का ही कुछ नहीं पता है. So ATMA लेगा, JBIMS या MAT लेगा या दोनों में से कोई नहीं लेगा. We can't say that yet. I hope this third question is also clear to everyone. That was a simple solution of this difficult question, because if you do this question by taking some variables, you will find out that actually you will be stuck somewhere. You'll be confused that how do I deal further, because it will be a very long equation then. This brings us to the next question, question number 5. If a and b are non-negative real numbers such that a plus 2b is equal to 6, then the average of maximum and minimum possible value of a plus b. I have to maximize a plus b and I have to minimize a plus b. Their average has to be maximized and minimized. Average means a plus b by 2 and a plus b by 2. Now, नहीं सॉरी, एवरेज ऑफ मैक्सिमम मिनिमम ही पूछा है, तो ये नहीं पूछा, ये ठीक कह रहे, इन दोनों का एवरेज हम लोगों को चाहिए, दैट मींस देयर सम डिवाइडेड बाय 2, दैट्स व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग. Question is giving you a plus 2b is equal to 6. He also says that a and b are non-negative real numbers. That means zero नहीं हो सकता, sorry, zero से नीचे नहीं हो सकते. They can be zero or above. I am looking for a plus b. I am given a plus 2b. So can't I write a plus 2b as a plus b plus b? सही बात है. So what is a plus b? A plus b is equal to 6 minus b. सो b की जितनी बड़ी वैल्यू होगी उतना ही छोटा a प्लस बी आएगा, जितनी छोटी वैल्यू होगी उतना ही बड़ा a प्लस बी आएगा. ठीक है. सो व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ a प्लस बी? आई वुड से व्हेन b इज मिनिमम, और b मिनिमम 0 रख दो तो 6 माइनस 0 a प्लस बी वुड बी मैक्सिमम 6. व्हाट इज द मिनिमम वैल्यू ऑफ a प्लस बी? तो b को मैक्सिमम रख दो. अब b को मैक्सिमम तो आई कैन पुट 7 8 9 10 एनीथिंग, बट द पॉइंट इज b हैज टू बी सच दैट a remains a non-negative real numbers. तो इसका मतलब मैं a को मिनिमम कर देता हूं, b मैक्सिमम हो जाएगा. So if I put a as 0, b becomes 3, right? If a is 0, b becomes 3, and if b is equal to 3, a plus b is 6 minus 3, that is 3. मैक्सिमम a plus b का 6 है, मिनिमम 3 है, तो एवरेज क्या है? 6 plus 3 by 2, 4.5. Option B is the right answer for this question number 4. I hope you are getting my point. जो मैं कह रहा हूं वहां तक आप पहुंच पा रहे हैं. What is the maximum value of a plus b? What is the minimum value of a plus b? I'm sure it is understood now easily to all of you. सबको समझ आ रही है ये बात? Right? These are the simple solutions for these questions. I'll move ahead to the next question now. Question number 5. It says a box has 450 balls, each either white or black, there being as many metallic white balls as metallic black balls. जितनी metallic white है उतनी ही metallic black है. So total 450 balls are there. Some are white, some are black, but number of metallic white balls is equal to the number of metallic black balls. 40% of the white balls and 50% of the black balls are metallic and they are equal according to the previous statement. तो मैं यही बात कर लेता हूं. 40% of the white balls and 50% of the black balls are metallic. That means if white balls are 10, 4 of them are metallic. And number of metallic balls are equal, तो यहां भी 4 होंगी. But these 4 are 50% of black, तो black total 8 होंगी. I hope you got it. I assume the number of white balls to be 10. 40% of them are white, तो 40% of 10 is 4. अगर ये 4 है तो ये भी 4 होगा, because number of metallic white and metallic black are equal, तो ये भी 4 हो गया. And these 4 are 50% of total, तो इसका मतलब total 8 रही होंगी. Then the number of non-metallic balls in the box आपसे पूछ रहा है, तो यहां मैं non-metallic देखूं तो white 6 है, black 4 है. So out of total 18 balls, 10 are non-metallic. मतलब 18 में से 10 non-metallic है, तो 450 में से कितनी होगी? This into 450 is your answer, and this comes out to be 250. So 250 is the right answer. The number of non-metallic balls in the bag is equal to 250. And I see that Anshi Jain has already answered that correctly. Very good, Anshi Jain. I would expect more answers from other people as well. Anshi, I am sorry, I did not see the answer of your previous question as well, which you had answered correctly. But I'm sure that now you guys are able to understand this, that how rather than assuming the number of white balls as x and black balls as 450 minus x and then putting 40% of x is equal to 50% of 450 minus x, then calculating it for x. These are the things where you see that things can become very easy. अगर आप देखो इसको करने के तरीके से बहुत आसानी से हम लोग क्वेश्चंस को कर पा रहे हैं. I'll move ahead now to the next question. Question number 6 on your screen. It's here. What does it say? Anil can paint a house in 60 days, while Bimal can paint it in 84 days. Anil starts painting, and after 10 days, Bimal and Charu join him. Together, they complete the painting in 14 more days. If they are paid a total of 21,000 for the job, then the share of Charu proportionate to the work done by him. ठीक है, तो चलिए इसके बारे में बात करते हैं. Let's start doing this question as well. आई रिपीट, मैं क्वेश्चन जानबूझ के आपको करने के लिए टाइम नहीं दे रहा हूं, बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट टू डिस्कस स्ट्रेट अवे द सिंपल सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दीज क्वेश्चंस रादर देन डिस्कसिंग दैट कन्वेंशनल मेथड. तो मैं नहीं चाह रहा हूं कि वो आप करें, बिकॉज आई नो दैट दीज ऑल क्वेश्चंस यू कैन सॉल्व बाय योरसेल्फ, बट व्हाट इज द बेस्ट वे ऑफ डूइंग दैट, आई वांट टू डिस्कस दैट एंड विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम. So here he says that Anil can paint a house in 60 days, Bimal can paint it in 84 days. I'll straight away take the LCM of 60 and 84. The LCM of 60 and 84 is 420. Let us say the total house to be painted is equal to 420 units. How do you measure it? That's up to you. There are 420 walls to be painted. There are 420 bricks to be painted. There is 420 feet area which has to be painted. कुछ भी मान लो 420 है. Anil can paint these 420 units in 60 days. That means Anil can paint 7 units every day. Bimal can paint these 420 units in 84 days. That means Bimal can paint 5 units every day. And he says, now what has happened? अब उसके बारे में बात करते हैं. Anil starts painting and after 10 days Bimal and Charu joins him. तो पहले अनिल ने 10 days तक पेंट करा. How many units he must have painted? He must have painted 70 units. Then Bimal and Charu also joins him. So for the remaining days, Bimal and Charu also painted. And together they complete the work in 14 more days. That means Anil painted for another 14 days now. वो करता रहा, 14 sevens are 98. Bimal in 14 days would have painted 14 fives are 70 units. So all the remaining units are painted by Charu. So 70 plus 70 is 140. 140 plus 98 is 238. 420 minus 238. If you subtract 238 from 420, you will get 182. So basically, Charu has painted a total of 182 units out of 420 units. तो चारू को पैसा भी उसी हिसाब से मिलेगा. So if Charu is painting 182 units out of 420 units, so out of 21,000, how much is Charu's share? 182 is a multiple of 91. It is 91 into 2. My answer should be a multiple of 91. Option D is the right answer. सॉल्व करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, हालांकि ऑफ कोर्स आप करोगे तो दिक्कत नहीं है. 42 से कैंसिल आउट हो जा रहा है 50 पे. 182 into 100 होता 18200, उसका हाफ कर दो तो 9100. That becomes the right answer for question number 6, which was again answered correctly by Anshi Jain. Good, Anshi. I'm sure you are able to understand this, right? In any of these questions, we are avoiding variables. lesser number of variables, that means you can do it fast enough, and that brings more confidence into you as well. I'll move ahead now to the next question. Question number 7 is here. For a four digit number, he says the sum of the digits in the thousands, hundreds, and tens place. That means these three digits, they add up to 14. And the sum of the digits in the hundreds, tens, and units place is 15. And these three digits, they add up to 15. ये तीनों का सम 14 है और ये तीनों का सम 15 है. Now first thing, these two digits are common in both the sums. सो इस डिजिट की जगह पे अगर ये डिजिट आ जाती है, मेरा सम एक से बढ़ जाता है. सो कहना है इफ दिस डिजिट इज ए, दिस डिजिट इज ए प्लस 1. आई होप यू आर गेटिंग इट. रादर देन द फर्स्ट डिजिट, इफ आई टेक द लास्ट डिजिट, माई सम इज इंक्रीजिंग बाय 1. मतलब पहली डिजिट अगर ए है तो लास्ट मेरी ए प्लस 1 है. ऑल्सो he says the tens place digit is 4 more than units place. Tens place 4 ज्यादा है units place से, तो ये a plus 5 है. What is the highest possible such 5 digit number? मुझे इसको highest possible करना है. To make the highest possible number, your first digit should be highest possible. So what should I take a as? I should take 9. But 9 तो इसको 10 बना देगा, इसको 14 बना देगा. So I have to keep it in mind that a plus 1 and a plus 5 cannot be more than 9. तो a को मैं मैक्सिमम 4 ले पाऊंगा सो दैट दिस बिकम्स 9. बिकॉज इफ आई टेक a as 4, ये 9 बन जाने वाला है और ये 4 plus 1 5 बन जाने वाला है. और इन तीनों का सम तो 14 है. सो 9 plus 4 13 plus 1 14. That means the number is nothing but 4195, and that gives me the answer. How easy is that question? And I repeat, all the questions that we are doing today, they all are actual CAT questions, and you can see how easy these questions can be done. How easily, right? थोड़ा सा I mean exam के time पे we lose confidence that I don't know that people are doing this much. Would I be able to do these fast enough or not? But actually you see these questions are not that difficult. You can easily do them. And that brings us to the last question of the day. Let's start discussing this as well. ये क्या कहता है? Let a1, a2 be integers such that a1 minus a2 plus a3 minus a4 up to minus 1 to the power n minus 1 an is equal to n for n greater than equal to 1. Then a51, a52, a53 up to a01023 is the answer. क्या तरीका होना चाहिए? देखो इस इक्वेशन में मैं कहता हूं n को 1 रख दो. n को 1 रख दोगे तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड से सिर्फ a1 आएगा, राइट हैंड साइड से n1 आएगा. सो n विल बी इक्वल टू 1. अब n को 2 रख दो. I get a1 minus a2 is equal to n, which is 2. और a1 तो ऑलरेडी 1 है. सो कहना है इसे minus a2 is 1. So a2 is minus 1. Minus a2 is 1. So a2 is minus 1. I hope this is clear. Okay. Let's put n is equal to 3. I get a1 minus a2 plus a3 is equal to 3. लेकिन ये तो ऑलरेडी 2 है ना, ये रहा. If this is already 2, can I say a3 is equal to 1? a3 is equal to 1. Then let's put n is equal to 4. I get a1 minus a2 plus a3 minus a4. This is equal to 4. But ये तो already 3 है ना. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So minus a4 is 1. That means a4 is minus 1. So ultimately I am getting minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus, sorry, 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 1 minus 1. इसका मतलब ये है किसी भी दो consecutive को ऐड करो तो you will get 0. Add any two consecutives, you will get 0. Or every odd value gives you 1, every even one gives you minus 1. Odd पे 1, even पे minus 1. And that ways it is going on. Question is asking you for the sum from A51 to A1023. देखिए consecutive numbers की series है. Consecutive numbers में even and odd are always equal if you have an even number of numbers. लेकिन यहां देखिए शुरुआत odd से हो रही है और एंड भी ऑड पे हो रहा है. दैट मींस ऑड नंबर्स एक ज्यादा होंगे इवन वालों से. तो ऑल द रिमेनिंग ऑड्स एंड इवन वुड कैंसल आउट, और जो एक एक्स्ट्रा ऑड आएगा इट विल बी इक्वल टू 1. सो माय आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी. आई मीन टू से A51 and A52 they will add up to 0. A53 and A54 they will add up to 0. So every odd with next even will keep on adding to 0. So last में A1021 and 1022 will also add up to 0. तो एक अकेला A1023 ही तो बचेगा. And for every odd number, the value is 1. So by that logic, we get the answer as option B, which is equal to 1. I hope it is understood, and that was a simple solution for some of the tricky questions. Thank you, Anshi Jain. Thank you very much. I'm sure you all have understood all of these 8 questions, right? So this is the series in which these are the solutions that we are discussing for these questions. And once again, let me repeat, these are actually questions from actual CAT. So if actual CAT questions can be done this fast, I'm sure you can understand that with practice, how good you can be in quantitative aptitude. That's all from my side, guys. Now on 21st of March at BYJU'S exam prep app, you have a session by Vikrant sir. He's talking about CAT 2024 VARC, the game changer, at 7 p.m. So do join this session on 21st of March on the BYJU'S exam prep app. It is going to be an interactive workshop. So you can ask him any questions. He would be happy to answer all of them. Also, you can also win up to 90% scholarships on our CAT preparation program if you appear for the scholarship test on 24th of March at 11 a.m. For your CAT preparation, this is the best way that you can go through. And you can also find it on BYJU'S exam prep app. Register for it now. It is again going to be a good tool for you if you are looking for a good preparation program. I'm sure you already know about our CAT College Predictor program. In the CAT College Predictor, you just have to do one thing, right? Go to the link which is given in the description of this video, put in your profile, and they will tell you which all IIMs are there in which you are eligible. And if you are, at what percentile you would be eligible, this all would be given to you in that app. Also, fill up this form. Once again, the description of that given in the video. Link of that is given in the description. So by filling up this form, you can have a one-to-one counseling with us, or one-to-one counseling may you can ask any kind of questions, queries which you are having regarding your MBA preparation. And you can also find us on all these media handles. That's all from my side, guys. Thank you very much. I'm sure the session was useful for you. That's all for today. We'll meet again now in some other session. Till then, bye bye and take care of yourself.